Hello everyone, welcome to Chapter 12, Lesson 3. Today we're going to be learning Boxplots. And then, along with Boxplots, we're going to learn how to find the upper and lower extreme values, as well as locating the median in the Q1 and Q3 using Boxplots. Okay, so the real world link, the table shows the number of touchdowns scored by each year of the 16 teams in the National Football Conference in this recent year. So we're going to go ahead and plot the data on the line plot. So this is a line plot. This is from lesson 1. So 47, 41, 35, 38, 28, 54, 49, 24, 49, 44, 27, 34, 37, 44, 26, 36, and that's the last one. Alright, so this is first, I need to find the median, lower extreme, first quartile, third quartile, and upper extreme. Well, I can tell you right now, the lower and upper extremes, that's my lowest and highest value that is not an outlier. So in this case, my lower extreme is going to be my 24, because that's my lowest value that is not an outlier. My upper extreme is going to be 54, and that is also not an outlier. So next, I need to find the median. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have 16 numbers. So between my 8th and 9th numbers, my median, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between 36 and 38, my median is going to be 37. My first quartile, I look at my first 8 numbers, because that's where the median point is. My first 4 numbers, so in between my 4th and 5th is 28 and 34. So divided by 2. So I have 31 is my first quartile. My third quartile, so I'm going to take a look at my last 8 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So between my 4th and 5th, I have 44 and 47. Let me use the calculator, just make it quicker. 47 plus 44 divided by 2. Okay, shouldn't have done that. 44 plus 47 equals, so much for this being quicker, divided by 2. So it should be 45 and a half. So one thing this is what percent of the team scored less than 31 touchdowns. So 31, that is my first quartile. So when I reach to 31, that is going to be 25% of my data, because once I reach the median, which was 39 or 37, once I reach here, 37, that's the halfway mark. And then up to my third quartile is going to be my next 25%, and then my last 25% will be the remaining after the third quartile. So what percent of teams scored less than 31 touchdowns? That's going to be 25%. Is 4 to 16. What percent of the teams scored more than 37.5 touchdowns? Well, that's my median, so half my team scored more than 37.5. So we'll go over more of this throughout the lesson. So we're going to learn how to construct a box plot. And this right here is going to be our key to knowing how to solve the rest of the lesson. So Boxplot or box and whisker plot uses a number line to show the distribution of set of data by using median, quartiles, and extreme values. A box is drawn around the quartile values. So quartile 1 and quartile 3, that is where my boxes begin and end. And the whiskers extend from each quartile to the extreme data points that are not outliers. So my lowest number and my highest number that are not outliers. The median is marked so wherever my median is, that's where my line's going to be. Sometimes my median's not going to be in the dead center, and you'll see that later. And then I have my outlier is just going to be a dot or a star. And like this says, Boxplots separate each data into 4 parts. Even though the parts may differ in length, each contains 25% of the data. So you'll see these do not have to be an equal length. So this purple highlighted space is still 25% of the data. It doesn't matter the length. So each represents 25%. So example 1, draw a box plot of the car speed data. So I know if I look back up here, my median is the line in the middle. So that's going to be my median here. The start of my box is at Q1 here. The end of my box is at Q3 here. So I'm going to draw my box. And then my lower extreme and my upper extreme. And that's how I construct my box plot. So ours should look exactly the same as step 3. So I just looked at all of my pieces to tell me where everything goes. And that's how we were able to solve this so fast. Of course, with the data, you want to do it from least to greatest and then draw a number line that covers the range of the data. So this is all review from chapter 11. So if you do not know how to do this, please look at chapter 11, I believe, lesson 2 and 3. So we're going to go ahead and try A. So first I'm going to order this from least to greatest. So now I have this from least to greatest. I'm going to find my median. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So my sixth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 20. So I should have 5 on the left and 5 on the right, which I do. So we're going to go with 15, 20, 25, 30. So 20 is going to be my median. Quartile 1, so the middle of my first half is 17. So 17, 15, 16, 17. That's the start of my box right here at 17. My end is going to be my third quartile, which is 27. It's going to be here, 27. So I'm going to draw my box plot, or my box, I should say. And my lowest extreme is 15. And my upper extreme is 30. And that's how I have my box plot. So we have median here, Q3 here, Q1 here, my lower extreme there, and my upper extreme here. So now we're going to learn how to interpret data. So this is back to the percentages. This is refer to the box plot in example 1. So we'll be using this box plot in example 1. This is half of the 11 drivers half of the drivers were driving faster than what speed? Well, if I look back up here, the halfway mark is going to be my median. So right now my median is at 25 miles per hour. So I have 11 numbers up here. Out of my 11, half of them, because here's 25% of the data and here's 25% more, so it's 50%. So half of my 11 were going faster than 25 miles per hour. Because 25 is my median. So yeah, half of the 11 they were driving faster than 25 miles per hour. So number 3, what does the box plot's length tell about the data? So if we look at the length, if you see the first 25% and then the next 25%, so the first 50% is very close together. And if you look at the remaining 50%, it is more spread out. So the yellow and blue, that's my first 50%. See how small those are? And my green and purple, this is my remaining 50%. That's the data is more spread out. So it says the length of the left half of the body of the box plot is short. This means that the speeds of the slowest half of the cars are concentrated, so they're all together. The speeds of the fastest half of the cars are spread out. So for B, it says what percent were driving faster than 34 miles per hour? Well, if we look back up here, 34 miles per hour is right going to be at a Q3. So 25% were faster than 34 miles per hour. So we say 25%. Example 4. The box plot below shows the daily attendance at a fitness club. Find the median and measures of variability. Then describe the data. So my median is here. And that's going to be about 72.5. Just like it is shown. Median is 70. Now my first quartile 1, is here, and that's going to be at 65. And first quartile is at 65. My third quartile 3, is here, and that's at 80. And the third quartile is at 80. My range is going to be my highest number minus my lowest number. So I have 110 minus 56, and that's going to equal 54. So that is my range. My IQR is 15 because it's 80 minus 65. 80 minus 65, so that's Q3 minus Q1, and that's going to equal 15. There is an outlier at 110. Outlier at 110. Both whiskers are approximately the same size as the data. Without the outlier, it's spread out evenly below and above the quartiles. So if we're describing the data, everything's distributed pretty equally. And remember the measures of variability and the median. So median, we found. Measures of variability, that's my quartiles, IQR, range, and outliers. And I'll write it down below too. So this is the number of games won in the American Football Conference in recent years displayed below. Find the median and the measures of variability, then describe the data. So I have to find my median, and the measures of variability includes my range, my Q1, Q3, IQR, and outlier. And I have to find all of this data. So go ahead and find this data and pause the video. So my median is going to be 8.5 because it's between 8 and 9. Q1 is 5.5. Q3 is 11. IQR is 11 minus 5.5, which is also 5.5. My range is my highest value subtracting with my lowest value, so 13 minus 1, and I get 12. And there are no outliers. And I'm describing the data. The first 25% of the data is spread out. And that's the end of the lesson, so thank you for watching.